Hello, hello, hello. Take your seats, take your seats. This will be the intel briefing, one of many on the Union Cadienne. This will be a prerequisite to operations against the Union Cadienne going into the future. I am Captain Shock, and we shall be going over some things on the Union Cadienne. Apologies if the Yangyue shepherd outside begins making noise. He is quite happy with chasing down the private and private first class. Very fun dog. Next slide. Thank you. The Union Cadienne. She stands across the Vinland Sea, the Pacific Ocean, or the Sea of and of course the Sea of Atlas. She faces off against our regional ally, the Anuakto Confederacy, as well as the peoples of Hawaii. The Union Cadienne is not a long founding member of North Vinland, having only been founded in the last 400-ish years. On this map, we can see her one capital, New Washington. Next slide. This is a terrain map of the Union Cadienne. Take note, it is not as accurate as we would like it to be. Our geographic teams are attempting to hammer it on in, but for now this will have to do. She has multiple mountain chains in the north of the country, interspersed by glacier and other ice events, as well as two mountain chains, although only one of them really is important for this matter, the Appalachian Mountains, as they call them, which runs somewhat through the northern bit of the country, splitting the Union Cadienne's farmland into two separate chunks, one large and one small. Next slide. There we go. This is a map of her population centers, her urbanization. The city in the far south is New Orleans. The second largest urban area on the east side of the mountains is Amsterdam. Amsterdam, if you're using the UNSR's tongue. But Amsterdam is what the Union Cadienne calls her. So that's what we will refer to it as today. There are several other cities, including one very large industrial area, both on the border with the Anuak Confederacy, as well as in the smack dab center of what we consider the Union Cadienne's finest growing lands. Next slide. The Union Cadienne's population is, as of 1936, or year 36, 110 million. She holds an area of roughly 20 million kilometers squared. According to some, she is the largest economy. According to others, she is the second largest economy. The capital city is, of course, New Washington. The major port city is New Orleans. Now, of course, Amsterdam is also a major port city. There are a few other smaller port cities up and down the coast as well, but for most trade with Europe or southern Vinland and Gondwana, New Orleans is where things come and go. Next slide. The Union Cadienne Army, 300,000 men, women, and others as of 1936. Currently, it is organized into 30 divisions with 40 more in reserve. Major special ops units include their 1st through 4th divisions, Ranger divisions, I should say, and their denim uniforms with the new MAS 36 Garand. Other firearms you may find in this area include the MAS 30 bolt-action rifle, the MAS 28 submachine gun, and the FM 2433 and FM 1919A5, also type classified as the M 1919A5 machine gun. or light machine gun, possibly medium or heavy machine gun. Um, you will also find lots of MAS 36 Garans in the military as they are actively trying to roll them out to more units. The Rangers can be determined because they sport denim uniforms. Next slide. On the left, you can see some Union Cadienne troops with the new MAS 36 Garand and a Model 20 bolt action rifle, not the MAS 30 bolt action rifle. They wear this denim uniform when patrolling the Badlands of the Anahuac Union Cadienne border. On our right, we can see a Union Cadienne soldier with his number 8 helmet, Model 8 helmet, depending on the regional variety, and the Model 3 body armor set over his kit. Body armor is very rare at the moment, although some in the intelligence community suspect this armor will be handed out as they begin operations in the Anahuac Badland or in the Anahuac forest and jungle on their ever larger expansion west. Sorry about that. Go back a slide or two. Yes. Back to the map. We believe, as of now, the Union Cadienne is seeking to expand west into Anahuactal land and territory. We are unsure how they are going to treat the native populations of this region. However, we do believe they are looking for the far goal of making it to the Californian Islands, or the Caledonian Islands, or the Western Islands, I guess you could say. As of now, we've had sporadic reports of their interspersal trade maneuvers on the Anahuac border. There are some thinking they are gearing up for an invasion of the Texas region, which is here. Thank you, my pointer. But for now, all of this is conjecture with very little direct intelligence backing it. Best we can directly inform the military and you is the Union Cadienne infantry are on the move, and they are currently passing laws to increase the buying of native Vinland land. We will see how this goes into next year. We believe that if it is going to escalate to violence, it is likely to happen next year, likely after the growing season, but before winter. Assistant, may you go back to our slides here? Yes. Moving on from the Union Cadienne Army, we will be looking at the Union Cadienne Navy. It stands as the largest or second most powerful navy in the world. While it is known that the Temple Faith keep their large number of ships to deal with the world Eurypterid, the UCN is the ocean-going navy with the firepower to back it. They are in a building spree looking to deter nations from interfering in Vinland, specifically Yangyue. This will come into mind into the future, of course. Their battle fleet is currently limited to 21 knots, but with their 4 aircraft carriers, it has a very active scouting force with their Dauntless SPDs and 299 serving as torpedo aircraft. We believe their current naval fighter is the D-520, although we have not quite yet confirmed that. Next slide. This is what their navy looks like so far. 4 aircraft carriers with another 4 authorized and currently being built. 15 battleships with another 8 being built. Their cruiser force is split into 2 groups, 13 heavy, 13 light. Their heavy cruisers follow the heavy primary armament with light armor format. Their heavy and light cruisers share the same amount of armor. It's just heavy cruisers carry guns of 155 millimeter or greater, but not greater than 305. And their light cruisers carry gun armament of 152 millimeters down to 76 millimeters. Their destroyer fleet is 106 destroyers, and they have 49 submarines. The building numbers are as accurate as we can tell to their congressional build program, although we do not quite have a number specifically for the destroyer count or the light cruiser count. We do know the submarines are being built because of intelligence briefings, let's just say. Next slide. Here we can see some of the battleships of the Union Cadienne out on naval exercise as of the 1920s, or the year 20s, while we in Yangyue were finishing up the seizure of the last dynasty's lands. The Union Cadienne was stretching its legs in the Vinland Sea and beginning operations to go past into the Pacific Ocean. They have not made a Pacific Ocean crossage yet, although it seems to be not for a lack of want, more so a lack of actually getting it approved by Naval Command and their government. We are sure they will change this once it is known what our intentions are to them. Next slide. This is one of the Yangyuean carriers. Yangyuean carriers? My bad. This is one of the Union Cadienne carriers. This is a more recent photo. She is currently docked in New Orleans, receiving refit and acting as a mobile power base during some testing. They've been very public about this testing. It is likely she will be home ported down there with her sister ship. From what we can best tell, also known as newspaper clippings and things, this is the Lexington, perhaps even. Although we are unsure what her sister ship name is currently, because it was changed 2 times already. We are not sure why it's been changed, but that is what our intelligence program has noted, and we'll try and get you some more solid answers on that. Next page. Next slide, please. Yes, the city of New Orleans. Now, this is your first briefing here. To better explain what's going on, I will have Captain Shock will be handing it over to my guest here. Yes. Yep. Come on up here. Let's trade positions real quick. Greetings! Captain Shock did a great job at the briefing. You will know my name pretty well by next week, but for now you need to know your mission. The mission is to infiltrate the port of New Orleans and set up intelligence gathering systems to collect data on port and harbor defenses and to see the morale of the Union Cadienne citizen. To this note, the Tigers of Heaven will be deploying a platoon-sized element into the city over the span of a year to provide and begin deep infiltration cover. We would send the intelligence infantry, the intelligence corps even, but High Command wants to be sure the potential for sabotage at the city could be done. The first 10 of you will be on their way to Yangyue and training grounds in Anahuac before making the trek across the border, while another 20 of you will be taking a more direct route on diplomatic passes and other methods of espionage. Finally, the last 12 of you in this room, your mission will be a more decisively scary and dangerous one. You will be infiltrating the port of New Orleans by manned torpedo. Training on this will start next month. This will likely be a 3-month process, and the torpedoes will be provided for short-term storage and then long-term use into 1937, 1938, year 37, year 38 for those on the Yangyuean calendar. I'm not going to lie. This mission has the potential to go south from the very beginning. It has the potential to go diplomatically horrid, and it has the very, very big potential of sparking a very, very large war. If, however, you keep your heads down and keep the principles of the 6 people in your hearts, we do believe you will offer the government and the people of Yangyue a decisive step up if hostilities are to begin between our 2 prosperous nations. I am sorry to say, you will likely not be seeing home for quite some time, so now is the chance, like the other groups, to back out. You are allowed to back out until you are going. You cannot back out once you're on the submarine or the airplane or the airship. So think wisely. For the 3 of you who are coming right off of Imperial exams, you don't really have a super good choice on this one. It's either you're going to Anahuac or you're going to Anahuac, the Union Cadienne for this mission. I am deeply sorry for this, but I think you all understand what was going to happen once you signed up for the Tigers of Heaven. We all make sacrifices here. Yes, this was your first briefing, blah, 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 blah. Yes. You will be assigned new names and new covers once you get there, including the demolition team and the sabotage team. And if y'all are not needed, you will be extracted. However, we are not going to assume we're not going to be needing you. So, for now, learn your Cadienne, study your maps, and if all goes well, this mission will not see the light of day for quite some time. And I think that is all for us today. So I will go ahead and let y'all stand up and ask questions, take a breather, leave, all that. I will turn it back over to Captain Shock, who will probably say his own outro. Thank you. And here you go, mister. Here you go, Captain Shock. Thank you, Captain. Well, lads, that was a tough one. Our special operations captain here has given you the rundown of this larger objective as related by the intelligence program. Personally, I have no opinion on this effect or this thing at all. However, I am working directly with the intelligence board to get you as much up-to-date information as possible. We will be sending a diplomatic team to the Union Cadienne in the next couple of months. We will also be getting our first information back from the Anuak about the border conflict, the border skirmishes, and trying to gauge how serious and how governmental controlled they are. Um, I cannot add much more to this intelligence briefing, as much as I would love to give you information on it. But you are some of the best of the best. If there's anybody who can do it, it's you. And may the people